story happening near you? Email me at yourcommunity@ntv.ca. I'll see you soon.
NTV, Canada's leading superstation.
We are back, and let us jump a few years from 1960 up to the mid-60s, 1964 specifically. This is a very nice piece. The worst of it is the first of it. I've been looking for a place to use this. It is just, it ain't going to grab you, this first minute or so of it. The rest of it is dynamite. It's the Canadian Association of Broadcasters, and they're talking about their involvement in the Dominion Drama Festival, Be Still My Heart. And Martha passed me those pills. But you got to trust me, folks. This picks up after that. Here we go.
For the past 3 years, it has been the pleasure of the member stations of the Canadian Association of Broadcasters to be the major sponsor of the Dominion Drama Festival. A total of more than $60,000 has been made available from the private broadcasting industry to help in the encouragement of Canadian talent and dramatic presentation throughout the country. Once again, it is my pleasure to present this check to Miss Vida Peen, the president of the Dominion Drama Festival, as representative of CAB's 1964 contribution of $21,000 to the festival being held in historic Charlottetown, Prince Edward Island, this year. Ms. Peen.
Thank you, Mr. Kane, for this wonderful check. I am speaking on behalf of the governors of the festival, its executive committee, the regional chairman and their committees, and our local little theater groups, and also more particularly on my own behalf. I acknowledge with thanks the magnificent contribution made to the Dominion Drama Festival by the Canadian Association of Broadcasters.
Thanks.
Well, this is a different movie. This is Confederation Building, and the people in this lobby are not shouting out, "Where's Mr. Freeze?" These are policemen. And the occasion is that somebody phoned in a bomb threat to Confederation Building, actually threatened to blow up the House of Assembly. Allow, allow, allow. This is officers proceeding upstairs. The threat was made by telephone. Police at the time took it quite seriously. Who would want to blow up the House of Assembly? Well, they were going to question 150,000 suspects. Just kidding. Actually, it was quite a serious incident. The House, through the whole thing, kept sitting. You'll notice the change in style of the police uniforms. That guy's either looking for a butt or thinks there might be a bomb in the ashtray. Our reporter was ordered out of the building on 3 occasions, our cameraman, I should say, and refused to leave. And in fact, at the end of the clip, you can see him shooting through just a crack in a doorway. That's Pat Doyle over there on the far left, reporting for the Evening Telegram, and still a very fine reporter with that newspaper. The House of Assembly in 1962. And who among us was so outraged as to threaten violence against the honorable members? Well, in 1962, then Finance Minister Ned Spencer announced that government would increase revenues, and they would increase revenues by selected taxation increases. Those increases were to be in, well, take a guess. You're right. Alcohol, wine and spirits, cigarettes, cigars, and tobacco. It worked in 62 for governments, just as it works now.
Estimate that we shall receive about $2 million extra profits from the higher prices on beer, liquor, and wine. We estimate that we shall receive another $2 million or thereabout from additional taxation that we shall ask the House to approve in this session to be placed upon cigarettes and tobacco. This will come mainly from an extra 5 cents a package on cigarettes, the rest of it being on tobacco and cigars. Of these 2 items, the one that we expect to grow with the years is the additional profit on beer, liquor, and wine. We believe that as population increases, so in more or less the same proportion will grow the consumption of these things. We are not expressing any opinion on the desirability or the undesirability of consuming beer, wine, or liquor. We express merely the opinion that in all probability the consumption of these things will go up or down in fairly close ratio to the rise or fall of our population. We think that there will be an annual increase of revenue to the government out of this increased rate of profit that we have decided to take on these things. It is another story with this tax, Yes, it is another story with this tax that we have decided to ask the House to impose on cigarettes and tobacco. Here, the consumption, especially of cigarettes, is, we hope, very likely to go down. The tax yield from cigarettes will decline because the consumption of cigarettes will decline. We share the opinion of the medical profession of the world that cigarettes are positively injurious to health, and our hope is that this will help to reduce the number of cigarettes consumed. As this happens, the yield from the tax will, of course, decline.
Well, some things, as we say, never change. Consumption of alcohol and spirits, in fact, did go up. Consumption of cigarettes, I'm not sure. The taxes, I am sure. They've risen and risen and risen. Some things have changed since 1962. Consider the method of reporting. F. Burnham Gill is the reporter, and we show you the waterfront because he's reporting from the LSPU Hall on a strike by the St. John's Longshoremen. Bern Gill is reading from his notes because he knows that later B-roll, or additional silent film, will be dropped over the reports. It was one of the great ones of the early 60s.
Well, it's now official. The work stoppage on the St. John's waterfront, which has been forecast for over a week, has actually started. 550 members of the LSPU were called off their jobs on the waterfront at 1 o'clock, and 1 hour later met at the LSPU Hall. They were brought up to date by Acting President Norman Donovan, who told them the official decision of the Employers Association to cancel all cargo shipping to St. John's until an agreement was reached with the union. The final paragraph in the employer's letter, which said the employers would be happy to meet the union at any time to discuss an agreement acceptable to the employers, touched off a wave of protest from the members. That cuts off negotiation, they said, and immediately called for a strike ballot. The voting by secret ballot started at 3 p.m. and is expected to be completed at 10 o'clock tonight. After that, Labour Board officials will be contacted, and if the vote is in favour of a strike, the work stoppage will begin tomorrow morning. This is Bern Gill reporting from in front of the LSPU Hall on Victoria Street.
Bern Gill was one of the great ones of the early 60s, and his place is assured in the history of broadcasting. We show you this piece more for styles than anything else. Let you look at some of the dresses from 1962. The occasion is the presentation of trophies to a bowling league, or the winners in a bowling league, now long forgotten. Some of the faces you will remember. The league, nobody knows. As I say so often, it is lost to the ages.
Most interesting. We're looking there at Bern Gill because we were talking earlier in the program about the transition from newspapers to television. That's a perfect example of Bern Gill. And a national, I don't know if you remember CBC reporter James M. Minifee or Irving R. Levine, now currently working, I think, with NBC News. A lot of those people used to wear bow ties. It's sort of a badge of the newspaper man. Walter Cronkite, by the way, even after spending like 25 years in television and only 8 years in print, as we say, said that he always considered himself a print reporter. Most interesting. We're going to pause. Lots more to come. Loads of it, tons of it. We'll be back in a moment and show you some of it.
It's the little things in life that are the most important. So when a car accident takes away the little things in life, it changes everything. At Russell Accident Law, we help people get back to what's most important. Schedule a free car accident consultation today.
Dream Kitchens and Renovations specializes in full home renovations, starting from the inside out. You know them for bathroom and kitchen remodels, but siding, windows, and patios, Dream Kitchens can do it all.
Your inconvenience doesn't outweigh everyone's safety. That extra minute you may have to wait is for good reason. Here to keep you safe where high-vis traffic control.
Metrobus on demand. Fast, affordable transportation at the tap of a button. Visit metrobus.com/book a ride for details.
Through TechNL's Find Your Future in Tech program, King College is offering tuition scholarships for our digital workforce programs. This project is funded in part by the Government of Canada's Sectoral Workforce Solutions program. Apply today at kian.com.
Well, what to do? I've got a choice. I got a piece of about 5 minutes, and the producer says if I'm going to show you that, I'm going to have to stop talking. And I do love to talk. I'm going to have to show you this without explanation. I'm afraid it's going to have to speak for itself. I feel so artistically cramped by being told to shut up and roll the film. I'll shut up, and here's the film.
To put this in some perspective for you, you have just come off of what is now the harbor access, and you're passing by Waldegrave Street on Water Street around the turn of the century. You are on board a streetcar. Now you're passing down by 2 tons, and you're on your, nearly hit that horse, on your way down to Barnings. You will forgive us for the quality of the film. It cannot be helped. That we have it at all is a miracle of some sorts. Actually, as I mentioned before, it has been made available to us from the provincial government. Notice the old telephone poles with the crossbars. And notice how long it takes before the horses and the carts defer. This is right in front of the courthouse now. As a matter of fact, my bookstore is down here on the left, but, well, I can't plug it, so I'll say nothing. The film has an airy quality about it because when you look at these people and contemplate for a moment that in all likelihood, not one single solitary man-jackman is alive today. Hardly a week goes by that on A Little Good News we don't mention some form or some aspect of the seal hunt. This is when the seal hunt was really important to the economy of Newfoundland. Who knows how many of these men, these sealers, lost their lives in pursuit of the seal. You'll notice the style of clothing, oilskins. And this is the view of the harbor that they would receive when they return from the ice floes. If you've never come in through the Narrows into St. John's, I should say, parenthetically, it is really quite a sight because you don't see the city itself until you're virtually in through. No little light, no buoy there. The battery has changed. But the hills haven't. All these films have that, that timeless quality about them. You are blessed with this piece of film because actually we're going to take our time and go right up through the waterfront, or at least the north side of the waterfront. You will see some of the house names, the premises of the merchants of St. John's. And some of the buildings will be familiar to you, like the Basilica, and some will not, having passed the way of all flesh. Again, our apologies for the quality of the film. We will say very little and let the pictures speak for themselves.
Isn't that something? Boy, oh boy, we're going to pick that up next week. We got to go right now. We'll be back with some final thoughts right after this.
With over 100 flavors, Wingin' It takes your taste buds on a new adventure every time. Now open for dine-in or takeout. Download their app or visit wingingit.ca to order online.
Are you buying home health and medical supplies from the pharmacy? You're paying too much for orthopedic supports and braces. Visit Essential Medical Supplies, 323 Hamilton Avenue, or essentialmedical.ca.
A furry friend, a cozy lap, a scratch behind the ears, and all the companionship you need. Your home, your pet-friendly floors. TLC Nursing and Home Care, keeping you safe in your own home.
I'm Tony Marie Wiseman. When news matters to you first, count on First Edition. Weeknights at 5:30, 5 o'clock in parts of Labrador on Canada's Superstation, NTV.
NTV. You never know where you'll find a Newfoundlander.
Well, I'm so disappointed having to leave that film. We're going to pick that up. There's another couple of minutes in it that you haven't seen, that trip up the harbor, and we're going to pick that up next week. The vessel that was just going by was the Florizel. And that's a whole other story. Can we just have a quick there? Look, see, folks? That's the Florizel. This is where we're going to pick this up next week. We got to run. Want to drop us a line? A little good news. Care of NTV. P.O. Box 2020, St. John's A1C 5S2. Yes, sir, that's the Florizel. Yes, it is. Okay, thank you for watching this afternoon. I'm Jim Furlong, and we'll see you next Sunday.
You know us. We're a part of the community. We've been standing for you for years. We stand for knowledge, integrity, experience, and justice. We are committed to work for you. Call Rogers Moyes. We stand for you.
I want to put the flag outside. By supporting our Easter Seals NL Park, you are contributing to making our community inclusive and accessible for everyone. Donate the Phase B of our park project today at eastersealsnl.ca.
At Vogue Optical, we understand that one size doesn't fit all. So why would one sale? Drop into Vogue Optical today and pick your promo from our monthly offers. Or visit VogueOptical.com for details.
Hi, I'm Rosie Mullally. For the latest developments in the courts to hard-hitting news stories, I'll bring you the news that matters most on the award-winning NTV Evening News Hour.
I can feel it in the air, taste it on your lips. I feel it on your skin with my fingertips. I can feel you breathe, give me more than this. You're rushing through my veins, just take me to a place where I can feel your heart. Follow me down, she said to me. She told me these are just painted dreams. Find a way out when you're here with me. You're falling, do you still believe? You know that I'll lift you up, high over us. I'll be enough for you tonight, and I'll keep you safe. I'll take the weight. I can feel it in the air, taste it on your lips. I feel it on your skin with my fingertips. I can feel you breathe, give me more than this. You're rushing through my veins, just take me to a place where I can feel your heart. I can feel your heart. Can you feel it? Stay, she said, don't leave. This is everything you want to be. I can be the air that you need to breathe. So stay with me, just stay with me. Just say I'll lift you up, high over us. I'll be enough for you tonight, and I'll keep you safe. I'll take the weight, I'll break the waves. I can feel it in the air, taste it on your lips. I feel it on your skin with my fingertips. I can feel you breathe, give me more than this. You're rushing through my veins, just take me your lips against mine.